Um, Ro girl, we finna pull you to the table like Beyonce and Michelle did Kelly and have a girl to girl moment. No, ma'am, absolutely not. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? All right, so let's talk about episode 6 of season 1 of Heart and Hustle. So the first thing I want to talk about is Chloe meeting with Ro and Ro possibly being pregnant. So, Ro, you ordered a pregnancy test down to the DoorDash, or was it? I didn't know Uber did like pickups like that. I knew that Postmates and DoorDash did it, but I didn't know you can Uber did that too. But hey, you do what you have to do. But yeah, so she's telling Chloe that she's basically in this situationship with this NFL player, and she possibly could be pregnant. But of course, we find out that she's not pregnant. But she wants something more serious. I can't remember if she said she wanted to be married or not, but I want better for Ro. I think she's such a sweet girl, down to earth. I just want better. And if marriage or a serious relationship is something that you desire, don't settle for foolishness. I know sometimes it's like you get caught up in these things, but I really want more for Ro. And I can't remember if Chloe kind of explained to her, or I think Chloe was just being like a listening ear at this point. But I want her support system just to remind her who she is. And again, if something serious is what you desire, don't settle for nothing else. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah. Okay, so next we have Latoria going on a date. I believe it was a blind date. I forgot who set her up, which one of the ladies set her up, but it was an older gentleman. He was salt and pepper because at first, when she was having dinner with the girl, she was saying that don't set me up too older, and I feel like that's exactly what they did to her. It's like we're in our 40s, and of course, men are going to have salt and pepper beers and things like that. But I don't want to feel like I'm dating my actual uncle, right? I want it to be, an older distinguished, but I don't want it to be given unk for me. I know I'm auntie, I know this, but I don't want to feel like I'm dating my actual uncle because that's the vibe that this gentleman was giving Latoria. And he kept going on and on about them damn horses. Sir, enough with the horses. I understand you like horses, but let's talk about other things as well. It's funny because I know Latoria really wants to be married. She really, has value on being a wife. But somebody mentioned on the internet somewhere, I can't remember who the original person that said it, but it's been floating around that people who desire marriage, or women who desire to be a wife and be married, have never had a husband in their house. Um, and I that just tickled me because the thought of having somebody live with me 24/7 gives me nightmares, as I've stated before. So I just want people to be sure that that is something they really desire before they get stuck in that. Like, and I'm talking about being a wife, being a mother. Like, really consider, is this something that you really want, or is this something that you want because you think this is what you're supposed to be doing and this is what society is telling you that's supposed to be happening? Please, please, just think about it. That's all I'm gonna say. And then lastly, we had Elena, who was one. She was doing Latoya Luckett's makeup, and I was like, I'm glad her studio, came together, and she still has, her clientele, and she knows how to beat a face, honey. That is, you can't take that away from her. That baby knows how to beat a face. Okay. And then we see Elena sit down with her husband, and the thing that I took away from all of this is, one, I want, either tell us what happened or don't tell us anything, because in real life, right, you don't have to tell us anything. But you're on a reality show and you're giving us bits and pieces, and that kind of like, that doesn't go for reality TV. So either you tell us what happened, tell us what he did, because people are going to assume all kind of stuff, but only you know for sure what happened. So I'm not sure if we're going to find out in the upcoming, I think it's only 2 episodes left, but I want her to tell us the story because it's a piece that's missing for this storyline on this reality show. Like I said, these women be in the trenches with these men, and just knowing what she's told us about what happened in the past, and I said it in my previous video, like I want so much better for these gorgeous women who just, I feel like in our 40s, we should not still be in the trenches. That's just my personal thought. Like, of course, when you're young and dumb, you do silly stuff, but it has to get to a certain point where you place a little bit more value on yourself and your self worth and realize and remember who the hell you are. Anyway, if you watched this past week's episode of Heart and Hustle, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.